Hey guys, my name is Ariana, so we're going to talk about The Handmaid's Tale. Here are some really important facts. I really suggest you screenshot if you want a quick summary of the overall novel. So our main character is Offred, and this novel is a dystopian, so it's like an alternate reality. It's told through the first person of June, who is also Offred, but her new name from the government is Offred because she is of her commander, and the commander's name is Fred. So she's of Fred. That means that gives her kind of like a possession kind of name. And so summarize some really important scenes that I think are important. Just a quick ceremony day is the day that Offred is forced to have intimacy with the commander in front of his wife in order to produce a baby, which are really hard to come by in the society that's described in here. Jezebel's is a place where the commander sneaks her June off so they can into a scene of the past, which is pretty much like a bar. It's really important to the commander because he gets to be himself and really shows his true colors or true character. And then Nick is the driver of the commander, and she forms a relationship with him that's really important to June's own happiness and June's viewpoint upon her stay, and kind of helps her almost get through her life of being in Gilead as a handmaid. So we're going to talk about some themes really quick. These are 3 important themes that I thought, but I'm just going to talk about this first one really quick. So, in the book, language equals power. That's evident through the Gilead's motion, the government's motion to remove all signs, any wording. Women are no longer allowed to read or write, and then that enables the men of the government to have more power over women and prevent women from developing a power over the men and being able to surpass them, and it kind of eliminates the ability for women to find some type of way to be superior than them. Okay, guys, so we're going to talk about an important aspect to the author's style. There's multiple that you could have about flashbacks, tone, metaphors, and foreshadowing, but I think the most important one is the tone of the novel, which is really dark and ominous, and I thought it was really explicit too because Offred really depicts what happens to her, especially the ceremony where she's raped by the commander, and what happens to these other women who defy the government. And I think it's really open, and I really think I could honestly slap a viewer discretion advised sticker on the front, because I really think that's how open and descriptive the tone and the use of metaphors and figurative language all tying together about the frankness of what's being done to these women. Okay guys, so we're going to talk about some quotes and questions. Feel free to screenshot because I'm only going to talk about one from each. This one I think is most important. This is the last thing that is said in the book. So it says, so I stepped up into the darkness, or else the light. So this is at the end of Junior's getting taken by the Eyes, or according to Nick, they're actually the rebel group that goes against the Gilead and gets handmaids out. She's saying that she's stepping up into the darkness of the van, or otherwise into the darkness of death that she may meet if she's actually getting taken by the Eyes and being punished for going against doing something rebellious. Or I think she's also saying, or else the light, as in the light of hope, the light of, the hope of being rescued and being taken away from that society. So I think it has a dual meaning, and it's really, really important to the meaning of the novel. And then some questions, I think, this one, why does the commander ask June to kiss him, I thought was really, really, really gave us a image of the commander and really steps him down instead of as an authoritative figure, as more of just a human who also, he's still human. He needs that feeling, he needs that connection, that spark between someone in order to continue having a meaningless intimate relationship that he's forced into because being a commander in that same government. So I think it's really important to the meaning of the novel. Feel free to screenshot. So just a really quick conclusion. I feel like the novel displays a totalitarian theocratic society. And Margaret Atwood she writes this novel because I feel like, to me, I think she's trying to tell people something. I think she's trying to tell people the way that we're going now is not going to lead us into a healthy, a vibrant, a community that we imagine as of today. I think she's trying to say what we're doing now, as in the chemical plants, our environment, endangering animals. I think she's trying to tell us that we are getting too complacent with the society that we are now, that we never know how it might turn out into the future. And if we want it to be the way, if we want the future to be continuous and to be a healthy environment like it is today, then we need to make changes in order to preserve our humanity. So, yep, Ariana Moore signing off.